Hi, I'm Richard Martin. I started a YouTube channel called Rick the Farmer Guy. It was going to be just Rick the Farmer, but that was already taken, so I had to add a guy. I'm a guy. Rick the Farmer Guy. It worked. Basically, I started the channel because I was living in Hawaii and I was doing my carpentry work. I'd been doing that for about 10 to 15 years off and on, and I just wasn't feeling very challenged in my work. I felt kind of like there was more that I could do, more that I was capable of, and I discovered just backyard farming and started looking on YouTube actually, and found a bunch of different people and different resources and new ideas and ways of just thinking, just processing plants, just how soil is built. And this was very intriguing to me. This was a whole new subject. So I started diving into that, buying books. I even went as far as to actually go to New Zealand and meet up with this one farmer who was doing grazing and market gardening, and I stayed with him for about 5 weeks. I learned a lot about grass, and it was great. It was awesome. It was a wonderful time there, and came back over to Hawaii and realized that I wanted to do a little bit more than what the island could provide, and the access to land and just the cost of living over there is just very high. So I decided to make the trip over to Hawaii. Make the trip over to the United States. As it turned out, my mom had a vehicle which was left by my dad when he passed away, and she didn't want to just sell it to anybody. So she told me that if I could go to Toronto, I would be able to have a vehicle. I just have to fix it up and register it and change over the title, and it was all mine. So I was stoked, but I wanted to be on the West Coast, because that's just, I mean, look, I'm in Coston, BC, British Columbia, south, just north of the US border, but pretty south. It's about an hour away from Penticton, kind of northeast. It's like down here, but it's a beautiful place. This is an apple orchard. There's apples everywhere. I've got a couple videos about just training up the apples and all of that. So more to come, obviously. So I wanted to be over on the West Coast, so I ended up driving from Toronto over to British Columbia. All types of craziness, AC compressor blowing, power steering going out. I couldn't really maneuver the vehicle. It was great. I made it. I'm alive. I just wanted to make a whole bunch of videos and show people what I'm up to, and if anybody is interested, please like the videos, because that actually makes a difference. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll just like it even before I watch the video. Well, I mean, I'm not saying that you have to like my video, but I'm just saying it actually does help on YouTube when you see that it gets more likes, then it just gets more attention and stuff. So that would be an awesome thing if you guys could do that for me, family and friends, or anybody else. Give it a like, eh? So, anyway, what I've been up to is I drove across. That was about 2 weeks ago. I made it to, I went to Kelowna, British Columbia, and this guy who makes awesome YouTube videos, Curtis Stone, the urban farmer, he's amazing. Just learned a lot from the guy, just without even meeting him, and then went over there, met him, helped him out with his greenhouse, repainted that, and it was a wonderful experience. So yeah, I made it over to Kelowna, British Columbia, and then from there I went to Vancouver just for a night to check it out, and then down to Seattle. I have a brother in Seattle, and I had some stuff that was shipped over there, so I picked up my stuff, got in the car, and went to my destination was originally going to be in Oregon, and there was a farm out there, and I'd actually contacted them through HelpX, and they seemed like a really cool place that was in the process of establishing a market garden, and I told him that I would love to help, and ended up going there, and it wasn't exactly the best place for me, so I moved on. Went to another farm, and that one wasn't exactly a good fit too, so ended up actually coming out back up. Kind of did from Kelowna, British Columbia to all the way around, and then went east and then back up to south British Columbia. It's like southeast, and it's nice. It's very nice here. I like it. There's work farther up, and there's lots of work on the farm available. My eventual goal is to go to different farms and learn as much as possible. I'd like to make content and videos for other people to be able to see, and also for me to be able to document what I'm doing. And my ideal goal is to start my own farm. I want to have at least 80% of the food that I eat. I want to be able to grow. I have different ways and different understandings from what I've learned, and I want to keep traveling and learn more and figure out where exactly I want to be. And this is a wonderful way for you guys to join me from afar. Anybody. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for even being interested. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Keep you updated.